What's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing? Welcome to the Hangout. Google Hangouts, baby. What's up, guys? My name's Super Can't Be, and this is my brother Chase, and this is Bros Talk Baseball. Today we have the Baseballogist. Frick, dude, I knew I was gonna mess it up. Today we have the Baseballogist on the show today. Say what's up.
How's it going, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
Very good. I'm honored to be on this show. I appreciate you guys reaching out to me.
Good to have you. Now, give us a little, like, 2-sentence summary about what you're about, because we know, but the fans don't. Go.
I am the Baseballogist, here to entertain, educate, motivate, and promote the baseball community. All I'm trying to do is showcase the ins and outs of baseball within the culture.
Nice. We try to do all that too, except
we mainly talk about baseball.
Yeah, we just kind of talk about baseball, but
kind of the title.
Today we're going to be talking about the biggest disappointments in the season so far. So last video we talked about the biggest surprises. I've compiled a list of 5. Chase has compiled a list of 5 people. Every time Skag plays,
no, he doesn't. He doesn't hit 300.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Look up the stats, guys. We didn't expect to do good, and then started doing really good. This time we're going to talk about guys who were like all-stars last year or expected to do like at least fairly well, and they've just been tanking. Now we're going to do this video a little bit differently, Chase. We're going to talk about the 5 top players right off the get. Give it to you all straight up, and then one by one we're going to go back through the list, and we're all going to discuss whether we think they're going to turn around or not. You ready for that?
Yeah.
Baseballogist, you ready?
Ready, baby.
All right, let's do it, baby. Number 5, we got, Angel fans, I'm so sorry about this, but Cole Calhoun, one of the crowd favorites, but he's batting 175 with 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, and 24 runs. He has a career average of 250. I'm pretty sure he's a 20 home run guy, right?
Yeah, I believe he's been that for the last like 5 years.
At number 4, we have Logan Morrison. He's hit 191 with 10 home runs, 30 RBIs, 32 runs. Now, Logan Morrison, you're probably thinking, like, that's not an all-star caliber guy, but last year he hit 38 home runs. If you're hitting in like the 40s, you should be at least on pace for 30 home runs, but right now he's on pace for like 20-ish.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna hit for a low average, at least have a high home run total, but he's not doing either of those. Number 3, we have Jonathan Scope. He's coming in at 208, not 210, 208.
208.
With 10 home runs, 23 RBIs, and 33 runs. And yes, he did go on the DL for a bit, but a 208 average is not excusable for Jonathan Scope. He was an all-star last year. He had a high 200 average, around 280s, and he had 32 home runs. Honestly, this one hurts me a little bit because that was a guy that I thought he was only going to get better, and he just really disappointed. I drafted him on my fans team, a little upsetting.
It's a fan favorite for this guy.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. Number 2, we got Gary Sanchez, number 1 rated catcher going to the year, but he's hitting 190 with 14 home runs, 41 RBIs, and 36 runs. I mean, this one wasn't a surprise for me. I think he was highly overrated, and it's about time that pitchers figured it out, but we'll get into that later. Number 1, this is gonna hurt a lot of baseball fans' hearts because, you know, he's a starting outfielder for the All-Star game. Bryce Harper, hitting 211 with 21 home runs, 50 RBIs, and 50 runs. I didn't really have to pull up stats because, like, I think you guys all know him. He's just Bryce Harper. He's an MVP, and a 211 batting average is unexcusable. That's not helping your team out at all, and that's part of the reason why the Nationals aren't dominating the East. So that's quite the mouthful. I only stumbled like once.
If you're hitting is not excusable, high 200 average.
I think.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good, right?
Well done there.
That's
yeah.
solid. Baseball, just right off the get, what was your reaction to this list? What do you think?
Bryce Harper, before this, we talked about, I just kind of named out players. I already knew Harper wasn't doing too well.
Yeah.
He had a great hot start, but when you really look down at his numbers, hitting low 2s, for him to be arguably the face of baseball, to hit low 2s, and a couple years ago he was MVP,
Yeah.
you know, whenever he hits a home run, they're on him.
Yeah.
So, but when you don't see as much highlights, you see him struggling, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Gary Sanchez, it would be my other one where it was very obvious to me because he's, the baby bomber?
Gary Santino.
Scary Gary.
So those 2 names are what was very obvious to me. But with Jonathan, Logan Morrison, All-Stars last year, I didn't realize how bad they were doing. And then Cole Calhoun being the role player he's supposed to be for the Angels, I knew he wouldn't be doing too well, but for him to hit, what did we say?
175.
175?
He's still getting starts, too.
Yeah.
He's lucky that he's getting a start.
He's not only starting, he's leading off. He led off last night.
He did.
What is Mike Scioscia thinking?
They love him over there.
I'm gonna say something that's in my head right now about Gary Sanchez. This guy was doing so bad that Austin Romine was the starting catcher for about 3 weeks.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Austin Romine took over the slot?
Austin Romine.
He plays like once a week, and I remember going to Yankee Stadium and they're doing interviews and stuff like that. He accepted the role. He's like, I'm just kind of happy if I get 3 starts in a week. That would make my year.
And it's weird because the Yankees are what, like first or second, like best record in the MLB. But anyways, that's a different topic.
I mean, I would say they're getting lucky.
Enjoy it while it lasts, Yankee fans.
But let's not dive into that. Let's not dive into that. The Red Sox.
If you want to go see the Yankee Red Sox discussion, go check out our other 10 videos.
We have about it. Every single video the Red Sox Yankee discussion gets popped up. But let's start with Cole Calhoun. So Cole Calhoun hit 175, 5 home runs, 5 home runs, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, 24 runs. The fact that he's still getting playing time means the Angels believe that he could turn it around. Does he turn it around though, Chase? What do you think?
No. I saw his stance last night. Looked like he's begging God for a base hit. So I don't see someone changing his stance that drastically in the middle of the season. That just goes to show you that you're not confident at all.
I'm gonna have to go with no too. Nothing about the Angels as like a hitting team tells me that like you're gonna be able to resurrect something as far as like that big of a slump.
I say no. He would go leadoff hitter right in front of Trout, and then he kind of lost that role, that key spot in the lineup. Them getting Upton, them getting Kinsler, them getting who's the other second base? Kozar.
Ian Kinsler.
Them getting Upton, them getting Kinsler, them getting
Kozar, you're right. Yeah, sorry.
The pressure was so on that he's just trying to find a spot in the lineup and produce. Like I said, I saw that Dodger Angel game yesterday, had a stance like he had 2 strikes on him.
Choked up.
You know how Rich Hill hits when he has 2 strikes?
This dude,
like, crouches down, chokes up, which is like really good for a pitcher. This dude hasn't like that type of batting stance with an 0 count. That's far from turning around, you know? So you got to find another way to switch around, because that stance, I'm sorry,
that's not going to cut it. Let's move on. Logan Morrison, 191, 10 home runs, hit 242 last year with 38. So he's on the Twins. That club has been struggling offensively. I think he turns it around. They got their shortstop back, Jorge Polanco. Eddie Rosario, he's tearing it up. Sano, he's back off of DL, and I mean, he's not making an immediate impact. And then Buxton, I don't really know what's going on with Buxton. Is he back yet?
I think so, yeah. He's playing.
I feel like that offense
it's a very underlooked team.
It's about to take off a little bit. Logan Morrison seems like the type of guy that is going to ride the momentum. When the Twins take off, Logan Morrison will join them. I don't think he ends the season hitting under 190.
Just looking at the stats, you have Rosario kind of taking over every single aspect of the offense, and I feel like that's a problem, especially with their standings. They're 38 and 48. 11 games back.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just a disease within the whole organization.
Okay.
You know, if everyone's not doing well, even your superstars aren't doing well.
Eddie Rosario has kind of turned himself into a superstar, I think, for the Twins.
With everyone tanking, exactly. I feel like it's hard to turn that around because, you know, at the end of the day, your team's already sucking. It's just part of it, you know? It's given to suck, you know? So I say no.
You say no? He doesn't turn it around? Okay.
No.
All right, yeah. Chase, what about you?
I see the end of Logan Morrison's season happening soon.
Really?
Because you got Eduardo Escobar, who's raking.
Yeah, he's doing good too. I forget there's another guy.
Miguel Sano comes back. Jorge Polanco comes back. I think Logan Morrison, we'll see you later.
Big bat.
Yeah, but come on.
It could be a big bat.
See, that's
the
thing though. Morrison had a breakout year last year. Now, he hasn't done 38 home runs in his career. He's done like 20, 25, never 38.
I mean, he is 30.
I think if he doesn't turn around within the next month, he's done.
He's gone. Let's move on. Jonathan Scope. Can you see, let's start with the Baseballogist. Can you see Jonathan Scope turning it around?
No, for sure no. I mean, just looking at his numbers, he's hitting 200. Last year, he hit just under 300. Every other year, he's having a decent year. So I just feel like he's not the player everyone thought he'd be from last year.
So this is actually really tough for me because it really depends how the season goes for the Orioles. I think if Machado gets traded, which he probably will, he's going to turn it around.
You think he's going to step it up more when Machado's back?
Yeah, I just feel like he has more to prove. But he's like, okay, now Machado's gone, I'm the head of this team now.
I'm the man.
You know, and felt healthy. So I think if he gets healthy, if Machado leaves, he's going to turn it around.
I think that if Scope gets traded, I never thought about that, huh? If they decide to ditch Scope, he's going to turn it around. But if Scope stays on the Orioles, regardless of whether Machado gets traded or not, he's just gonna tank because I just feel like there's something poisonous going on over there in Baltimore. The pitching staff is just not doing anything for them. All like 4 of their 5 starters have the worst ERAs in the league. Last time I checked, and that was like a couple weeks ago.
What's really cool about him or Jonathan is he's only 26 years old.
Exactly.
And he's nowhere close to being called washed up. I just think he's just in a terrible organization. And just like what you said, multiple superstars turning it up with a new ball team.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm actually excited for that wherever he goes. Hopefully it's not NL West, but
yeah. Well, if it is the NL West, I'm hoping it's the Dodgers because I'm a big Scope fan, and I would love to see him just pumping them out of
Would
Dodger
you rather
Stadium.
see Scope or Machado though?
Machado's too expensive, man. Okay, for this year, Machado, long-term option, I'll take Scope at second. Let's move on. Let's talk about Gary Sanchez. Gary, the scary, hairy fairy.
Is very scary.
Let's go, Gary. You're the #1 catcher in the league coming into the season. Broke all kinds of rookie records. Now you can barely hit over 190. Losing your spot to Austin Romine. Does he turn it around?
What the coach did to him, just telling me right now, he's not turning around.
He's not turning around out of this.
If you're taking out one of your star players for Austin Romine,
Oh.
you just gotta be depleted, dude.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Sign,
Just think about your little league days.
Oh.
And the worst kid on the team comes in and plays your position
that-
because you suck. So I don't see it happening.
I'm gonna go with you. Say no too, based on that reason. I think he'll just stay around 200 for the rest of the season. What about
I'm
you?
gonna go the other way.
Okay.
Honestly, he does turn around. And
All right.
when I say turn around, I'm not talking all-star numbers.
Mhm.
When I say turn around, that he's gonna get out of that, $190 and hopefully go 220. 220, something within that, right? But
Yeah.
the reason why I say turn around is because these guys are in first place.
Yeah.
And catchers are the only position where you could be terrible at hitting and still have a spot.
True.
Talk about Calhoun, he dropped in 175. His glove isn't that valuable to keep out there for 175.
No.
However, if you have an all-star catcher, like a catcher hitting a $190 and then being in first place, he's doing something very valuable in the defensive end.
So why do you think they took him out then?
Make a statement. But as far as for the long run, for the whole season, look at his record catching, right?
Yeah.
How did so that's what I think. I think he's gonna get way more opportunities than these other guys that we're talking about because he is a catcher. It's defense before offense.
Last guy on our list, Bryce Harper. Starting in the All-Star votes so far, so he's obviously a fan favorite. People want to see him at the All-Star game, but he's not putting up All-Star numbers, man. I don't even think he puts up backup All-Star numbers. Like at this point.
I don't think he's an all-star this year.
Yeah.
I think that Bryce Harper should start, and the only reason why he's an all-star is because he's Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Now, what about turning it around for the rest of the season? Obviously, I think he's going to hit higher than 211, but does he hit above or below 250? What do you
I'd
think?
say below.
Below?
For sure.
Okay.
If you look at his approach, his at-bats, it's just not quality. For a guy that rolls over a lot, flies a lot, strikeouts, 250 is pushing it. Where is he at? 211?
211.
He'll be fine for the long run, but as far as this season, I don't think so. I mean, if you look at his stats, last year hit 319, year before that hit under 250, year before that 330. It's just, he's a very inconsistent player. So as far as this year, I'd say no, but for the long run, I don't think people should worry about him.
That's a big number,
That's
dude.
tough, right?
That's a real that's pretty hot second half. I'm gonna have to say yes. That you're talking about MVP and Bryce Harper. Yes, he's inconsistent, but it's Bryce Harper. So the guy can hit, the thing
that's
is,
what it is.
he might not get 250, but I can guarantee he'll hit 40 home runs.
I'm going to say no, but by very close. He's going to be very close to 250. I think he'll be right in the 235 range. The dude is just streaky. The fact that he's still hitting home runs while he's slumping means he's just swinging out of his shoes right now. That's all he's doing. And he probably knows he's slumping, but he's going to swing hard still. And then could you imagine if he takes a little break in the All-Star game or
That's what
whatever,
I'm thinking. I'm
and
thinking
then
the
second
All-Star
half he puts up a Giancarlo Stanton second half where he's just connecting and pitchers just are terrified of him again.
Yeah.
It's a confidence thing. It's like a pitcher's facing him kind of thing. Are they scared to pitch to him? Right now they're not, He's hitting 211. Just don't mess up and you won't get put over the fence, obviously. It's one of those crazy things in baseball, and you should know this, Baseballogist, because he got his degree in baseballology. Baseball is weird like that, where it's a feeling almost. You can have a really ugly swing, but if you can hit the ball, man, you're gonna be a good baseball player sometimes, Like Cody Bellinger's last year. Terrible swing. He all armed to left field That was his oppo approach. He hit 38 home runs, 39 home runs. All right, this video has ran really long, so I'm gonna cut it off now. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Baseballogist.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys having on me.
Like, subscribe, and follow. And then Baseballogist, I'm gonna put his link down here too. Go follow him. He's got great content. You'll enjoy it if you like this video too. Comment your list if you agree, if you disagree. Who did we leave off? Who did we put on that shouldn't be on there? Let us know. Peace out. About to hang out on Google Hangouts.
You're the only one here.
Should I tell him I sent it?
Sent. You
Yeah,
did.
I did.
Why is this not working, dude? Yeah, that's the one right there. Invite. Boom.
I tried again.
Oh.
What up?
Oh, what's up, my dude?